What's up, YouTube friends? Now it's back to school time for just about everybody, I think now, and a lot of you parents couldn't be happier. About 100 years ago, when I was in school, I wasn't as organized as I am today, and I was always losing my pens and pencils. In one English class in particular, with Mrs. R, I would constantly show up without a pen or a pencil, and it wasn't that I didn't have any, I would always misplace them by the 5th, 6th period of the day. It got to the point where I was getting detention just for not having a pencil. So today, I'm going to show you how to make this pen and pencil holder that also doubles as a bookmark. It's really fast and easy to whip up, and I'll show you how to do it next. So the things you're going to need to make this pencil pen holder bookmark are one strip of fabric that measures 2.5 inches by 10 inches. And I found this cute controller print. It has little Wii controllers and Xbox controllers, and I got that at Walmart. You'll need 2 pieces of fabric that measure 2.5 inches by 8 inches. You're also going to need some fusible stabilizer. I have 1 strip that measures 2.5 inches by 10 inches, and 2 strips that measure 2.5 inches by 8 inches. Now today, I'm just using the Pellon 931TD, and this is the mid-weight fusible interfacing. And finally, you're going to need a piece of elastic that measures 12 inches long. Now I'm using 1.5 inch wide elastic, but you don't have to get it this wide. You could just go ahead and use 1 inch or 1.25 inches. I'll also be using my fabric scissors, a friction pin, my bone folder that's actually made out of real bone. Thank you for the subscriber that told me where they got theirs at. And you're going to need a chopstick. I'll be using my iron and ironing board and sewing machine with matching thread. Today I'll just be using cream. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is fuse my stabilizer to my fabric. So I'm just going to put it so that the right side is facing down. I'm going to take my stabilizer with the bumpy glue side, and I'm going to put that face down. And then I'm just going to iron this on per the manufacturer's instructions. So I'm just going to grab my pressing cloth and my hot iron. So I just like to set it on here for 10 seconds. Then just pick it up and place it back down for 10 more seconds. And then just to make sure that everything's nice and stuck down, I'll just go over it like this. And you want to do that to all of your strips of fabric. Once you have it all fused, I'm then going to take my 10-inch piece. I'm going to fold it in half so that the wrong sides are touching. And then I'm just going to give this a press. Then I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, I'm just going to top stitch right along the edge here where our fold is. See you at the sewing machine. Alright, so I'm over here at my sewing machine. Today I'll be using a straight stitch, and my length is a 2.5. Now there's no need to backstitch at the beginning here, and I'll be using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Next, I'm going to take one of my 8-inch pieces. I'm going to take the one that we just sewed, and I'm going to line up the bottom so that our seam is right here in the middle. Then you want to take your piece of elastic. I'm going to line that up at the bottom in the center. And I like to just leave about a 1/4 inch hanging over. We're going to take our other 8-inch piece and sandwich it together. And just so nothing moves, stick some pins. Now I'm just going to take this back over to my sewing machine, and I'm only going to sew down 3 sides. So I'm going to start right here and backstitch. I'm going to sew down this long side, pivot, sew across the bottom here, pivot, and sew up this side, backstitching at the end. You want to leave the end with the extra elastic hanging out open. Alright guys, so this time I am going to backstitch in the beginning. I'm using the same straight stitch. And just keep sewing. Alright, I'm coming up to my corner here, so I'm going to stop a 1/4 inch away. Now my presser foot has these little notches. There's one at a 1/4 inch away from the needle, and then one at 1/8 of an inch away from the needle. So this makes it very easy. I'm going to stop with my needle down, raise my presser foot, and spin. And just keep sewing. So I'm coming up to my end here. Don't forget to backstitch. Now that I have those 3 sides sewn, I'm going to take my fabric scissors and I'm going to trim my corners, making sure I don't go through my threads. I'm also just going to trim off this little 1/4 inch of elastic. And I'm also going to trim the corners up here. Just like that. So next we just need to turn this right side out. So I like to grab a chopstick. I'm going to kind of open it up a little bit. And using my big belly, I'm going to turn it. So now using my bone folder, I'm just going to poke out the corners. Make sure they're as sharp as possible. And that my seams are nice and flat. Now I'm just going to give this a good press, but I'm going to stay away from the elastic. So our finished holder should be about 2 inches wide. So next I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to start at the top of the pocket and I'm going to measure over 1 inch. And draw a line with my friction pin. So I'm just going to take this back over to my sewing machine and I'm going to start right here and backstitch right at the top of the pocket, and I'm going to sew right directly on that line, backstitching at the end. Alright guys, so I'm still using my straight stitch and I'm going to start right at the top of the pocket and backstitch, and then just keep sewing. I'm coming up to my end and backstitch. The next step you're going to want to do is at the top here that we left open, you're going to fold that in a 1/4 inch. I'm just going to eyeball it and press. So as you can see, it's a 1/4 inch fold. Now you want to take the other end of your elastic, you're going to stick it in that hole, and I like to stick it in about a 1/4 inch. That's what she said. And stick a pin. Now our final step is to take this back over to our sewing machine. I'm going to start right here at the bottom, right where our seam is for our pockets. I'm going to backstitch, and I'm going to top stitch all the way around with an 1/8 inch seam allowance, backstitching at the end. So this time I'll be using an 1/8 inch seam allowance. My needle is right at the bottom of the seam that we sewed for our pockets. I'm going to backstitch, and you just want to make sure that your elastic's out of the way. And then I'm just going to top stitch with the 1/8 inch seam allowance all the way around. Back stitching at the end. So I'm coming up to my end and back stitch. And just that fast and simple, our pencil pen holder bookmark is finished. Now I went and grabbed the biggest book off my bookshelf. It's my goddess, my muse, Martha Stewart. When everyone else was home sick from school watching The Price is Right, I was tuned into Martha. As you can see, this fits perfectly on my book. And it will keep the page that I'm on. This one just happens to be Caring for Linens. Very important. And on the front here, you can go ahead and keep your pencil and a highlighter, just so you can highlight any of the important parts. Now here's a few more designs that I made. Here's a nice blue one, and here's a nice purple one. These are so fast and easy, it's perfect to whip up for all of your students. And I also made this one in camel for myself. This just happens to be my manifestation journal and my dream journal. And I have a lot of loose pictures cut out or glued in there that I don't want to fall out. You know, my hopes and dreams for the future. So what I'm using it for is just to keep it closed. If I take it with me in traveling, I can throw it in my bag and make sure that everything stays inside. And I also always have my pen and my Sharpie right at my fingertips. Well, I hope you give this quick and easy back to school project a try. If you like this project and want to see more of my projects, go down below and hit the big red subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. If you'd like to be notified as to when I post a video, hit that bell notification button. If you have a question about this video or any of my other videos, or just like to leave a suggestion for a future upcoming video, leave me a comment. Subscribe over at Patreon for Scrappy's Patch if you'd like to support this channel. For as little as $1 a month, we'll keep these videos coming. Friend me over on Facebook and Twitter if you'd like to share crafting ideas and pictures. Another way you can support this channel is by leaving a tip or a donation, and I do have a PayPal link down below. Feel free to share this video across your social medias. And as always, thanks for watching. Happy back to school, and I'll see you next time.